This is SIG coverall fabric. Coverall. It's plain fabric. There's no sikkim on it, and it's the same type of covering used on a full-scale airplane, and only it's thinner. And this covering that I'm doing now is the same process to use on the full-scale airplane. We can cover the wing in one piece, or you can cover the wingtip separate if you like, but I like to do it all in one piece to have less seams, and it works out okay because it's heat shrinkable like the full-scale fabric. So now I'm going to cut out a piece, and I'll leave a little bit longer than I need, so I have something to pull on to tighten it and adjust it. So if you need to cover out a buy and you have to, when you cut your fabric, be sure you put the fabric on with the grain of the fabric running lengthwise. So if you do that on the top and on the bottom and on the other wing, it shrinks. It'll shrink the same. And so that's one thing to remember, is to use the lengthwise. There, we got for one. I like to use two pieces of fabric, and you cover the bottom of the wing first. So when you overlap your seam in the front, you overlap the top of the fabric about 1/4 of an inch over the bottom of the leading edge. That's where your seam is going to be, about 1/4 of an inch below the leading edge. So the top fabric overlaps, the top of the fabric on top of the wing overlaps about 1/4 of an inch of the fabric coming up from the bottom of the wing. So I cut this with the wing, so I'm just going to take this off now, and I'll put it underneath the wing, and I'll cut another piece at the same time that'll fit over the top of the wing. So what you doing now? Okay. I'm putting on a coat of nitrate dope on the leading edge where I want the fabric to stick. So what I do is put in a coat of nitrate dope, and I let it dry, and I sound it real lightly with fine sandpaper to make sure it's smooth. Then I put another coat of nitrate dope on the edges where I want the fabric to stick, and let that dry. Stand up, give it a light coat, sanding coat, take out any rough edges. And then the next step is to put the fabric on and brush it again on, and that's soaked through. Second coat of nitrate dope. Light sanding to take out any little rough spots. And then this is fine sandpaper, just lightly. Just a little bit. You don't have to get all the wrinkles out. That's it. Gotta get a little more here.
So you can leave some wrinkles?
Ah. The paint, you can I'm going to paint the nitrate dope through the fabric to stick onto the dope. Nitrate dope we put on the areas we want it to stick. There's other stickums you can use, just like stick set or clear dope you can use, but I like to use nitrate dope because that's what I've been doing for same process I've been doing for many years, so I keep up with the so you tighten it up a little bit as you go. It sticks pretty fast. Smooth it out what you can. You can tighten it up more because but that's you can cover nitrate dope with butyrate dope, but you can't cover butyrate dope with nitrate dope. That's one thing you have to remember. So if you use nitrate dope for a base on open framework, on closed-in framework before you're going to paint, you can always put nitrate dope on it, and then you can you let that dry, you sand it down. You can use it for a base coat too, if you like. We've stuck the fabric on the leading edge of the wing now. The fabric is stuck down along the leading edge of the wing. So now this is the bottom of the wing. You cover that first, and then you have to remember for the brackets, for the wing struts, you make a little cut. You slit that a little bit for the fabric, so when it shrinks, then you cut around the brackets. Also on the other brackets for the cabane struts are on up here. So that's one thing you have to do for prepare. When you finish that, then we can start painting the dope on the trailing edge. Stick it. You pull out the wrinkles. You don't have to have it real tight, but you got to tighten it up, because when you shrink the fabric, that takes out the wrinkles. Use about that size brush. And this will soak through the fabric and stick and soften the nitrate dope we already put on. And that's how the fabric sticks. And I'm using nitrate dope when you can use other. This is SIG's clear nitrate dope, and you can use Stixit. That's a SIG Stixit. you can use that too, or you. But I'm kind of partial to dope because nitrate dope for sticking it on, because that's what I've been doing for so many years.
How long you been covering?
So I've been actually covering airplanes since I was about probably 12 or 13 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I've been covering airplanes since I was about 12 or 13 years old, and I used to build a small free flight models covered, and that's many years ago. So, and I used dope for covering then, and I'm still using the same process. It's always worked pretty good, and it was the same technique they used when they covered the full-scale airplanes.